Hello, this is Dodie from Deliberate Aging. Welcome to my podcast. Have you ever tried Weight Watchers, or WW as it's now known? I have tried it, and I'm a lifetime member. My 83-year-old mother has also tried it. Now, I will provide a brief recap of the program, and then I'll share my personal experience with it. In preparation for the episode, I did a little research and found out that Weight Watchers began in 1963 by a homemaker in Queens, New York. It began simply as a meeting of friends to share weight loss tips and support each other, but it quickly evolved into an official program. It was rebranded in 2018 and is now known as WW. It's a global program that was designed to help people lose weight and maintain their weight. It is a science-based approach, and it keeps evolving. Started as a program based on calorie counting and has now evolved into a more holistic, full-body program that emphasizes healthy eating, exercise, and mental health. Its core principle is to empower its members to make the healthiest choices without feeling deprived. So it's considered one of the most user-friendly programs out there. Now, the current program uses a PersonalPoints Program, where each member is assigned a number of points to be consumed each day and each week. I like to think of it as a budget that you get to spend however you want. Now, your points are determined by things such as your sex, age, gender, and your starting weight. You're given a booklet, either an actual hard copy book or the digital version, that shows the point values for each food. Foods are assigned points based on their nutritional content. So healthier, nutrient-dense foods have lower points, and sugary processed foods have higher points. And the great thing is that there are lots of food options that are 0 points, so you can have as much of these as you want. And some examples of 0-point foods are eggs, skinless chicken breasts, and non-starchy veggies. The programs are personalized to fit your lifestyle. So just imagine how your program would be different if you like to cook at home as compared to someone else who eats out frequently. Some of the things that I think are great about Weight Watchers include: number 1, you use a journal to record certain things like your food and other options. So you're recording what you ate and when you ate it. Now, this is a scientifically proven strategy that helps us be accountable and lose more weight. If you don't write something down, you often forget what you ate. Although this might seem tedious at first, it is really helpful. So I recall having days when I just couldn't figure out what to eat. So I simply referred back to a prior entry, say a couple weeks ago, in my food diary to find a good option. It also helps you identify unhealthy eating patterns that you might have fallen into, because I told you that the journal, you're recording the time that you ate each food. So maybe you've fallen into a habit of having an afternoon snack and you reach for a sugary drink, or maybe you hit the vending machine at the office and grab a candy bar. You will see that when you refer back to your journal. Check out WebMD's article, which describes how keeping a food diary can be helpful. I posted the link in the show notes. The journal is also used to record exercise and your weight loss progress. Knowledge is power, right? So keeping track of these things is significant and helpful. Of course, these days you have the option to track manually or digitally using the WW app. When I was a member, we had weekly meetings and weigh-ins. And today, there's still this option, but you could also do this virtually. And this helps people to be more accountable when they know that they have to attend this meeting, get weighed in, and chart their results. I found the information presented at the meetings super helpful and motivational. It's also a great place to get questions answered. And once again, you can use the WW app to get social support, or you can go to the live meetings. The program encourages its members to exercise, and you can earn extra points by exercising. Now, they don't advocate for any specific exercise program, but you can find some great exercise info and tips on their website and their Facebook page. Now, WW provides resources to help your mental health. such as the in-person meetings where the coaches present info on goal setting, how to overcome obstacles, and offering practical advice and encouragement. I still remember going to meetings where a member might have reached a new weight loss milestone. Say they lost 5 pounds. And the presenter would congratulate them in front of the group, which would break out in a big round of applause. Now, just to be clear, weigh-ins are confidential. Your weight is only known by you and the person that's weighing you. So the presenters did this in a fashion that they kept the weight loss confidential. Rather, they focused on the milestone. And I found this very motivational because it's really nice to tout your achievements. They are constantly revising this program based on any advances in medicine. During my mother's time, she was counting calories. During my time, they had advanced to a point system, which makes it easier to track. For example, you're given a set number of points for the week, and there are countless options that are 0 points, so these are no-brainers if you're feeling hungry. And I remember that my favorite 0-point food was air-popped popcorn because I could eat as much of it as I wanted. I didn't need to feel restricted. And this became my go-to snack for the afternoons. 0-point foods don't need to be weighed. They don't need to be tracked. They don't need to be measured. So it's great when you're having a lousy day and want to eat for comfort. Yes, I know that we aren't supposed to eat for comfort, but let's face it, when we're having a bad day, we all do it. So it's better to pig out on the 0-point option rather than a sugar-filled treat. Weight Watchers is a very realistic program that allows you to plan for occasional splurges like birthdays or Thanksgiving when you know ahead of time that you're going to be eating more than normal. You can bank your points for the special day since you're given a number of points for one entire week, and you can decide how to spread them out. Say it's your birthday on Thursday and you know that your family will make you a special meal including cake for dessert. You might save 5 points per day leading up to the celebration so that you still stay within your weekly points allotment. Now, WW strives to be a lifelong program, so they prioritize long-term habits rather than quick weight loss. And most health experts agree that it's healthier to lose weight slowly, say 1 to 2 pounds per week, rather than quickly to preserve muscle mass, improve habits, and reduce stress on the body. Now, you probably know by now that I'm a huge advocate for a healthy, realistic lifestyle that is tailored to you. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. I also believe that a strict diet doesn't work over the long haul, and the WW program fits perfectly with these two ideas. The program is personalized to fit your lifestyle. You're not given an uber-strict eating plan that must be adhered to at all costs, and is specifically tailored to be a lifelong program, so it teaches you how to make the best choices, manage your portion sizes, and balance indulgences. Brilliant, right? Nothing is off limits. Members simply need to use moderation rather than restriction, which avoids feelings of deprivation. I don't know about you, but the minute that someone tells me that I can't have something, say a glass of wine, I immediately start to crave it. Sound familiar? So now for my personal experience with Weight Watchers. I am a lifelong Weight Watchers member, which means that I achieved my goal weight that was within the WW healthy weight range, and I lost at least 5 pounds versus my starting weight. My 83-year-old mother used to do Weight Watchers, and I still remember her eating Melba rounds with cottage cheese and having a scale on the kitchen counter to weigh her foods. So it's been around for a long time. It's not a fad. It is time-tested and backed by research, which makes me feel very comfortable with the safety and efficacy of this program. Even though I no longer attend meetings, I still use a Weight Watchers recipe that my mom used when she was a member some 40 years ago. Now, I don't want to infringe upon any copyright laws, so I'll just give you the general recipe. And this is exactly how I remember it, because I don't tend to remember recipes that call for exact measurements, but this one I do remember because it's proportion-based, proportion of one ingredient versus the next. So basically, you're preparing a marinade for boneless chicken breasts that involves Italian dressing, soy sauce, and onion flakes. The ratio is 2 to 1. So say I use 1 cup of Italian dressing, I would add a half a cup of soy sauce and some onion flakes, which I don't measure. And I've even been known to leave them out if I don't have them on hand. So this has been my go-to recipe for years when entertaining because it is delicious. Everyone loves it. It's especially good when the chicken breasts are cooked on the grill. Now, I joined Weight Watchers when it was offered at my workplace. I was able to lose weight, but unfortunately I gained it back again when I left Weight Watchers. However, I still think it's a great program, and the fact that it's been around for so long is a testament to its effectiveness. So why did I stop? First of all, because I hit my weight loss goal, which in hindsight was not a good reason to stop. WW focuses on maintenance, so I should have taken this more seriously and stuck with it. Secondly, and perhaps the biggest reason I stopped, is because I left the company that offered the meetings at our workplace, and that was super convenient. But after I left the job, it was harder to attend, and I lost that sense of community that had been so motivating. And then thirdly, I experienced tracker fatigue. Now, this is a real thing. I was getting tired of constantly tracking everything that I ate and drank. In conclusion, I do recommend Weight Watchers to anyone looking for a realistic, research-backed, safe weight loss program. But you need to remember that it's not a quick fix, and you'll only get out of it what you put into it. Now, of course, you need to pay membership fees, which might be a barrier for some people. And you have to fully commit to using all the available resources, which requires both time and effort. So has anyone out there ever tried Weight Watchers? I'd love to hear feedback, which might inspire someone else to give it a try. Jump into the discussion on my Facebook page, Deliberate Aging, or find the link in the show notes and share your thoughts. Thanks for listening. This is Dodie from Deliberate Aging. Until next time, be well, friends. This podcast is presented solely for informational and educational purposes only. Use of information from this podcast is at the user's own risk. It is not intended as a substitute for the advice of your physician or other qualified professional. We are not responsible for any losses, damages, or liabilities that may arise from use of this podcast.